Hello.
Oh man.
Us.
Yeah, definitely went live on that.
It's us. We're singing.
Hi.
We're here. We're singing some songs.
This is a
Singing some
live
songs.
musical performance now.
Welcome to our musical episode.
Yay.
I mean,
We
We
don't
should
know.
do a musical episode. That would be
We
so
should.
fun.
I'd be so down.
Okay.
JT plays drums.
I do play drums, that's true. I'm also trained in musical theater specifically.
I have a
Mhm.
piano.
I have two guitars on the wall over here. We're
See?
basically a
my
band.
we
God,
have,
we
we
have
have
a
a band.
I don't
Yeah,
have
man.
drums. I'd like to make that clear. I do not have drums.
You can
I just
make
play
anything
drums.
drums,
Yeah,
though.
I
That's
think you
true.
drum if you
I'm
believe.
Yeah.
not,
You
that,
have
I'm
a
not that
desk?
kind of drummer.
I was going to ask, haven't you seen Doug? And then I was like, honestly, probably a good chance no.
Oh my god, you might not have
Oh
seen
my
Doug.
god, JT may
You've
not have
seen
been
Doug,
born when
right?
Doug
Why
went off
am I
the
being
air.
harassed? Why every time we go live on this stream, I'm being harassed about my age?
But you've
Wait,
seen
JT,
Doug,
Doug
right?
go off the air. Did you see the Doug
How old?
movie?
I'm
Had you seen
25,
it?
Will.
What about Rugrats in Paris? That's the real question.
The-
Oh,
Hold
that's
on.
the real question. If you did not
I've
see
seen
Reptar
Doug.
Taking Paris,
First of
You've
all,
seen
let's.
Oh, okay.
Rugrats in Paris was the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
JT,
Wow.
how old are you?
Okay.
I'm
JT,
25.
how old are you? Okay. JT was born the year Doug went off the air.
Okay,
Wild.
fine. How about this? Have any of you seen or heard of Punky Brewster?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
Absolutely,
I
we
saw
have.
other
It
old
was on
people I asked
reruns
that
when
question
we were
are.
kids.
That
How
was like my
fucking dare
entire
you.
personality at the age of 3. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
okay,
Right?
listen.
Punky
Historically,
Brewster was
when
the
I ask
best.
people who are older than me that question, they get a really confused look on their face. So that's
And I
usually
ask
Not
my
old enough.
Other
that's my
old
card in
people.
the sleeve.
Have you
Bad
seen
card.
the have you listened to the Kanye West Jay-Z collab Rugrats in Paris?
I don't. I know what joke you're making here, and stop it.
Well, here we are. Here we go. It was an LFTA start after all. So, hi, hello. Actually, oh, wait,
Hi.
I don't do this. This is JT. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
What? Oh, right.
This is your channel.
This is my channel. I forget sometimes because of how open and free we are here. Hi, welcome to Entropy Emporium. This is only technically my channel. I have 2 whole announcements to open with. The first being, as always, we are fundraising for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund to provide much-needed aid to children in Gaza and to various other locations now as the conflict continues to escalate for no reason. Feel free to donate to that if you have money and resources. We are promoting as our way of helping the situation over there because we are here and this is about as good as we can do. None of us are free until we are all free. The second and less important thing is we have a Discord server if you like what we do and you want to come nerd out with us. We have a bunch of feral little gremlin people who all make bad choices together and then talk about how terrible those choices are all the time, almost 24/7 now, which is good. It's good. It's very
We
active.
don't all do that.
We do. No, we do though.
Not all of us.
You'll get there. So yeah, come hang out if you want to. I'm going to toss it back over to Will because I do
You
not
can
want to
hang if you want
disrupt
to.
the intro order. You could take
yeah,
it.
absolutely. I can do that. Hello. Hi. I'm not going to go first. Well, hold on. Am I? Do I go first in this?
That
Probably.
depends. What order do you usually do it in?
What would you like?
Alphabetical.
I don't know.
You should
I
do
thought I was
backwards
confident and then
alphabetical.
Cass looked really upset. Hello. Hi. This is God Complex. This is Go by Moonlight game about the far off future and pilots making mech suits out of the corpses of dead gods in order to punch space kaiju in the face sometimes, but maybe not tonight. We'll see what happens. It's a good time. And we'll go ahead and get into our introductions. Our group here, and I guess I will go first because I'm I'm just the storyteller. I'm the least important part of all of this. my name is Will. I'll be playing everybody else. I'm the storyteller. That's it for me. So I'm gonna just to gas.
Fabulous. Hi, I'm Cass, better known as Yoda, Yoda Almighty. I use she, they pronouns, and I am playing Troyan Mut, call sign Ati, also she, they. I'm going to have a totally normal time tonight. This is my confident face.
100%.
Totally normal.
Izzy?
Hello, it's me. I'm Izzy. I also use she, they pronouns. I will be playing the unlikely hero, Tolu Ajaka, today, call sign Bumblebee. I think that's all the things. I'm feeling less confident about my night. Medium confident. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
I agree. I think it will be fine. JT?
Hi, I'm JT. My pronouns are they, them. I will be playing Cogs, the time traveler who used to pilot Antivorta, codename Carmente.
I mean, it's there. It's there.
It is quote unquote operational.
Yeah, it is. You fixed it. Sort of. Oh, you fixed it a little.
Fixed it enough.
Normally Logan would be next, but Logan is in San Francisco. If you are
Woo.
Big Bad Con, maybe you can find Logan and say hi. I don't know where he'll be or what he's doing there, but
Feel free to ask Logan to do his God Complex intro for you,
Yes.
just in person.
I would personally recommend that.
Separately, I live in Oakland, which is across the bridge from San Francisco. So if you're in the area, please come say hi. I have an extra bedroom. It's full of boxes right now, but that's okay.
Absolutely. Go say hi to Izzy.
Yay.
If I were there, that's what I would be doing.
Me too.
And then last, but certainly not least for tonight, Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm not least. But also, I play Grace. We both use she, they pronouns. And my food's here. I'm so excited.
Okay.
But it's gonna be an interesting time. That's all I can say. Grace is having some difficulties. It'll be
Everybody's going through it.
fine.
Everybody is going through it. It does appear. Well, with all of that being said, that's our cast of characters here. So I think we're going to go ahead and get started very shortly. However, last time we were going to play the session, I did figure out who had downtime actions left, and then I realized just now, as I was getting ready to take us into the game, that I may not have written it down. I didn't, which is great for me. Love that. That was a great choice on my part. Because I looked it up and I was like, we're playing tonight, so it'll be fine. And that was 2 weeks ago. We didn't play that night. Spoilers. So I know Tolu had won. I think Chief was done. Fortunately. I want to say it was Tolu, Troyan, and Cogs. Maybe.
That sounds right.
Maybe not Cogs, actually, because you fixed Antivorta.
I think I used one for bonding with Chief, and then one to attempt to repair Antivorta.
Do you have links with Chief on your sheet?
I do. I have 4.
Okay, so then that's what that is. So then Troyan and Tolu.
I think I
might be
said
it.
what mine was, but we were just going to work out what the results were because I was scanning the Delphi for things.
It was a long-term project.
Yeah, it was a long-term project.
Yes, yeah, I have that, but I think that was only one of yours because you have 2.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, everybody has 2 downtime actions except Tolu has 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tolu, go first. I gotta remember
Oh,
what mine
I was going to say you go first. Oh, no.
Okay, give me 2 seconds because I had a plan. Hold on.
You had a
Let me
plan.
get my notes.
just as a quick reminder for everybody, we have a bunch of different options. So you can make a connection with each other or with your engine to get links that you can spend during the actual play itself. You can work on a long-term project, which is what Troyan is doing. And we did roll for that, I think, and we did mark some sections off of that clock, if I remember correctly. You can also help a friend heal, which I believe none of you are currently hurt. Cogs might still be a little hurt, but it definitely got better.
I was still kind of nibbled on.
You were nibbled on. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
So you got
But I
nibbled.
don't-
Cogs
yeah.
had level 3 harm. I know that
My
much.
injury
Yeah,
is
I think I just have them.
psychological.
Sure, but people
Yeah.
can still help you fix it. And then the last one is ready the bastion, basically, which is how you help prepare it for combat, and also how you get to ask questions from your gather information options if you want to investigate something.
Yeah. I think that's what I was going to do for my downtime, was to help us get that next upgrade.
That does mean you are not going to have any links for this mission, which is fine. But I just want to make sure you know that.
Uh-huh.
Cool. All right,
Uh-huh.
you're radiating confidence, so I'm not going to ask any more questions. And we'll just go ahead and check out our readiness. So when you when you make preparations, you describe to me how you are readying the bastion for the next attack, and then we're going to roll one of your actions, which we think is appropriate.
Okay. So hear me out. Since my long-term project is to kind of hunt down what is at the heart of the Citadel, like, right? Could I maybe, like, I don't know, infect the ship a little?
Can I infect the ship a little? Is a question.
Like, is there a way for me to help, like, mask the Citadel from Leviathan? Like, swing big, okay?
Okay,
Like,
no. Yeah. I like it, and I think it is fair. Yeah, I think you can start, like, venoming the Delphi, maybe. It's gonna be kind of a process, I think, but yeah, you can help make preparations in that regard. What do you want to roll for this? What action?
I think conceal makes sense.
I think conceal also makes sense.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I get to roll one dice.
One singular dice.
Let's go. Oh shit! It will help if I don't roll it off my desk into the darkness that is underneath my desk. I rolled. Oh shit! I rolled a 6.
Okay. That is, we are advancing the readiness tier by 4 sections.
Fuck yeah!
So that puts you into tier 2 territory.
Hell yeah!
Once it starts letting me click on things.
Is it in, like, read-only mode today?
I don't know. It's being weird. The file is view only. Contact file owner for details. This might be this might be on my Google Drive account that Google has been warning me for weeks that I need to empty shit out of.
Oh yeah, same.
And I was like, idle threats, Google. But yeah, as it turns out,
You don't mean it.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Lock me out of my documents? And apparently the answer is yes.
Yes.
So we'll advance that, but in the meantime, you also can ask 1 or 2 your choice questions from your gather information playbook section.
Oh, might help if I have opened that.
Really calling my fucking bluff, Google.
Where is that? Because I saved it, but I didn't open it before.
Yours, you are the outsider.
Yeah.
So your questions. Where's
Where's
my
my
rival? What are
rival?
they doing? Yeah, so you're looking at the same stuff.
Okay. Oh, what's the danger no one else sees?
Oh, okay. That's what you want to ask?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right, let's see.
Tell me your secrets, Will.
Let me think about my secret. Okay. This is kind of an ongoing thing for you, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of leaving parts of this. Well, you tell me. I was maybe I don't know how accurate I was when I joked about you venoming the ship. So maybe you tell me what this looks like.
I think on one of the many nights that Troyan doesn't sleep after Odin makes it very clear what's going to happen the next time he shows up. I think if we're looking at it through the camera footage into her quarters, she's sitting crisscross applesauce, facing away from the camera towards whichever wall is closest to the hull, and just has her head leaned against it. And unless they have the lights on, like, they wouldn't see this. And even if they have the lights on, I don't know that they'd see it. But, like, essentially, all of the black veins, all of the black streaks in her hair start to leach up and out. And it is like venom. It starts to leach into the metal of the ship and into the shield systems on the outside to cloak. Because what made Ahti and Troyan so dangerous in the Abyss was their ability to hide in plain sight from Leviathan. So they never saw them coming as they were hunting. And I think it just slowly starts to distort the Citadel's energy signature until it reads as a null spot.
Very cool. I like that a lot. Then what I'm going to say is that as you extend that part of you out to engulf the ship and to slowly, like, leach into the ship,
Mm-hmm.
you are surprised to discover consciousness there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know to what degree. You don't know the specifics. But it seems like in some capacity, Delphi might be alive.
Mm-hmm. Does it feel like Leviathan or does it feel like a spark?
I don't think I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah, huh. Okay. I had to ask.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, you can ask another question if you want, but
Can I ask that question?
I don't see that on your list. Is
Uh-huh,
it Leviathan
Okay.
or is it a spark?
Hey, Will.
Let's see.
Hey,
Yeah.
Will. What's really going on here? It's literally one of my questions.
Sure. Yeah. What's really going on here? what's really going on here, I think, is when you have yourself kind of spread out like this, you are able to, and you don't really know what part of you this is. You don't really know where in the ship this is happening, but you do kind of feel vibrations that you are able to translate into speech. And so you hear, quote unquote, a voice that maybe sounds familiar, but not specifically, not somebody that you've like talked to or heard talk enough that you can immediately recognize it. But you hear somebody say, "And if it doesn't work?" And then you hear a voice that you do recognize because you've heard Odin so many times say, "If what doesn't work, Lieutenant?" And the first voice says, you sense hesitation. And then you hear a little bit of faltering before he says in in hushed tones, like he's worried about being overheard, "If she won't break." And hold on one second.
I was about to say, is that Trash Gremlin we're hearing? The baby.
He's mad because I took the Taco Bell bag away from him.
Oh, I'd be
Oh.
mad too.
Yeah, well, it's
Look
absolutely
at how
crime
fine.
amongst crimes.
He just wanted to rip it to shreds.
I'd be
Gonna-
mad too.
Mr. Frodo is just
Look at
having
him
his
go.
Rivendell day
Dang
today. You
it.
you gotta let him cook. He's so long.
He's still
Look at him.
dangling. That's true.
He's still dangle.
Let him
Dangling.
dangle.
Dangling, look at him dangle. Sorry. He says, Odin replies, "Why would that be a problem?"
Oh.
And the lieutenant says, "I mean, if we can't break her, then we can't control her." And Odin gives a quiet chuckle and says, "Who said anything about control? You don't control a gun, Lieutenant. You point it at your enemy." And then it sounds like they move on from whatever location they were standing at where you were able to hear them.
I think Troyan hears that and suddenly just like leans back from the wall, stands up, and goes and climbs into bed and goes to sleep. And actually sleeps.
I was going to ask, what kind of sleep?
No, it's an actual sleep. And I think if they're monitoring her appearance as she turns around and comes into face with the cameras, they will notice all of the black veining that has been crawling up her neck and her shoulder and her face is gone. all of the black streaks in her hair is gone. The only thing that shows that she still has Ati's influence on her, Ati's influence, is her eyes are still black. But otherwise, if anybody was around 30-ish years ago, that's Alki Troy in that cell.
Oh yeah. All right. And then I think we have one more downtime action in play, which I think is Tolu.
Yes. Last week we had discussed two different things. One of them was putting sensors on
Yes.
I think Toby's.
Yeah, Kierna knows. Yeah, you had talked about that. Well, so there are sensors, but Grace was just given an upgraded sensor package, and you were talking about trying to put the same thing in Toby's mech.
Yeah, I'd like to try and do that.
Okay, so that would fall more under a long-term project, but I'm
okay with
interested
that.
to hear, like, is Tolu going to be breaking in? And I guess my question would be, does Tolu have the mechanical knowledge to know how to do this and do it in a way where Toby wouldn't know about it?
Definitely doesn't have the mechanical knowledge to do it. But she's got the willpower to
Okay.
try.
Here's a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Do you want are you trying to do the same sensor package that Grace is getting, or because we have touched on the fact that in Tolu's backstory, you were a journalist.
Mhm.
Do you maybe just want to be able to, like, listen in on Toby? Because I would say that might be something that you have experience in.
Yeah, I can bug a mech.
Okay. Then yeah, I think that is going to be a relatively simple long-term project. He doesn't even have a bag anymore. It's just his tunnel. Then yeah, I think that is going to be a much more simple long-term project than the one that I gave Troyan. I'm going to say this is going to be just a standard project, 6 segments.
Okay.
So for this, you can go ahead and you're going to mark down that clock somewhere, keep track of it somewhere. And then you are going to tell me what action you think is appropriate for what you were trying to do, that you want to roll.
Gosh, all of my actions have nothing to do with secreting things on these other things.
Right.
Like, I would
ones
say
that,
defy, possibly analyze, maybe conceal.
yeah, I would say any of those would potentially be candidates.
Let's do defy.
All right. I like it. Yeah. You don't have that, so you're going to roll 2.
Right.
And
Yep.
then
Take the lower
the
one.
Yep.
Used to it. Hey, that's a 3 and a 1. I don't know why I said hey like it was a good thing.
Well, you still get to mark 2 segments on that clock.
I'll take it.
Which I think is maybe I think maybe in this case that would cover procuring a listening device of some kind.
Awesome.
I think that's a pretty good start to that. And I think that actually is a pretty good segue, so we'll hold on to that for a minute.
Okay.
The time being. Oh wait, I need to finish doing this. Okay. I'm just upgrading my Google Drive storage as we play, so that we can change this character sheet.
Hey.
Hey, it looks like it
worked.
should be good now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It worked. Good news, everybody. All right, cool. You won, Google. Congratulations. All right. So, a couple other things, because we did establish that you got to upgrade your ship, upgrade the Delphi. I just did reload it, but I'll reload it again. That's fine, Google. Consensus seemed to be that the mess hall was a good option, which I personally think is a great choice. When you have because we've been doing a lot of making a connection in the mess hall, when you do it there now, you get +1 die. And then the other change that I couldn't make while Google was trying to get money out of me was ticking off 4 boxes in the readiness tier. And so we're going to go above the table a little bit and discuss our mission, because we're going to make an engagement roll soon as we move into the mission phase. You technically now, thanks to Troyan rolling that 6, have access to first-tier missions and second-tier missions. However, we did talk about a specific idea, which would necessitate you all to pick a tier 1 mission. So you could ruin everything that I have planned. I'm giving you that power. Or...
Well, it's been a minute. What did we discuss?
Right. So, Tier 1 mission, explore the ruined world, explore the world beyond the Bastion or within it, looking for information, solace, and hope. This basically means that you would be on a mission within the last Bastion, aka the fleet, the Citadel fleet.
Mm-hmm. And that's the one we're leaning toward because that's the fun plan.
That's the fun plan that I made, yeah, but if you want to fuck it up, I can't stop you.
No.
But I like
love this
fun.
plan. I like fun.
All right, very cool. Well then, in that case, where we are gonna kick things off is with the 4 of you being called to mission ops. That sort of theater environment where the general brings you. Actually, I always call him the general. That's not his rank, I don't think.
Hiram?
No, it is. Okay, yeah, Hiram is general. I always want to say he's an admiral, but he's a general. Yeah, Swanson, General Swanson, normally calls you to this theater to get briefed for your mission before you go on it, and to give you any critical information that you might need. But in this case, when you arrive, I don't think you see Swanson. Instead, standing there, you would recognize the tall, lanky frame of Odin.
Mm-hmm.
A man with snow white hair, but of indeterminate age. Great. Take a seat, operators.
Are we about to be murdered or what?
Can you expand on that?
I don't know. Why are you here?
Because you aren't being sent on a military assignment.
Because we're about to be murdered?
Sounds like murder to me.
Thank you.
I
Because
think
the
it's gonna
4
be
of
just
you,
fine.
because the 4 of you have given the brass some concerns.
Aww.
Oh, so that's why Chief ain't here.
Yeah.
There are worries circulating among some of the higher ups. Your mental states may not be conducive to continued operations.
Wow. You can't just say someone's mental state is not conducive to continued operations.
And yet, here we are.
Rude.
Who says?
Dr. Haynes for one,
Me
me for another.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other medical personnel that have interacted with you.
Well, that
It
accounts
has.
for me and Grace. So what about Cogs and Tolu? What concerns for them?
Yeah, I'm great.
And as far as you're concerned, I've always been this crazy.
We'd like to keep things as they are at worst
Hmm.
and have them improve, ideally. So to that end, I've recommended shore leave.
You what?
I've recommended you take a break, operators.
What's that look like?
Y'all got family?
There's an entire fleet of people out there.
My dad's here or something. I don't know.
There's an entire fleet of ships out there full of people living their lives. And I think that it would do you all some good to get away from the Delphi, even if just for an evening.
I'm being allowed around people?
Call it display of trust.
All right.
Of course, it goes without saying that we expect you all to be in your best behavior, not cause any problems. not cause
Is my
any issues.
babysitter coming?
Mason, yes, will be accompanying you. Your security detail.
Babysitter.
It's for your protection.
My protection.
Maybe we can get him to cut our veggies up really small for us.
Oh.
You can hide them in sauce.
Hide them in sauce.
Yeah.
Your ideal use of an extra pair of hands is to have them cut your vegetables up really small.
You know how hard that is, Cogs?
Yeah, like really
I don't,
small.
because I eat my vegetables whole like a normal person.
Wow.
You
Okay.
eat
so-
Did you not hear?
Broccoli
Oh,
in
yeah,
your
it
mouth.
Why not?
You don't chew them, operator?
You're
Like a whole
Throws
head
his
of
head back.
cauliflower broccoli goes right in your mouth.
Like
How
just
old
a
are you?
carrot
Are those
straight
your
down?
real teeth?
you're all being indignant on purpose. You know what I mean.
Do I?
Ugh. You want me to go relax?
Yeah.
Ideally,
Some.
a little R&R could do wonders for your mental states.
Relax and relax. Come on, that's insane.
That's a lot of relaxing.
Yeah, come on. Let's not be crazy.
I'd recommend
Forgive.
starting with KO66, which you would all be familiar with. KO66 is almost always docked with the Delphi. It can detach, but it is a colony hub. It was designed to sit in orbit over a planet while it's being terraformed and house and feed the terraforming crew. It is the last remaining colony hub left in the universe, as far as you are aware. And it is the closest thing that the Citadel fleet has to, like, recreational space, like a shopping mall, bar, all of the above, food court kind of things. There's a lot of tech on board that makes those things possible.
Forgive my general suspicion, Odin. But what's your angle?
think I've been unclear. We're concerned about your mental states. We need you to take some time off.
Fuck, has this ever happened before?
So you repeat, but I still somehow don't believe you.
It's his shit-eating face.
I don't want
Mm.
to air anyone's business, but we're all friends here.
Well,
Sorry, that was out loud.
Operator,
threatened.
you recently lost access to your engine, did you not?
It's not exactly how I would put it.
And not just your engine. Your only way back to where it is you came from.
I am
My
where I
lord.
came from.
But not the right time.
As far as I'm concerned, the right time is one where everybody's alive and happy.
So it had no effect on you.
Have you ever lost your dearest friend?
Isn't that a question that you can answer? 2,800 times?
It is a question I can answer exactly 816 times, but this time is different. It would impact you as well.
Are there any further questions?
so do we need to pick up like tallies or something? Is there a specific amount of fun we have to have?
Good question.
Thank
Operators,
you.
I don't care if you go to the colony hub and sit in a corner.
Well, I don't think you have our best interest in mind.
I'm giving you time and access to resources, and what you do with it is up to you. But I
I
hope you'll
did
make the most of it.
I did hear they have a loaded tater tots bar.
Why are we still here?
Yeah.
How many credits are being deposited?
You,
Some of us have back pay.
You're engine operators. You're heroes. I'll be shocked if you're charged for anything.
That still holds true. Good for me. All right.
Okay, so no per diem. I'll save my receipts.
He is just having a grand time back there.
He's really all over the place.
Oh, babies.
Want to come here?
You're gonna have to get him a cat tree.
He has a cat tree.
Does he have one in there?
No, it's like 10 feet that way in the bedroom.
But it's not in the room with you.
Now he's just staring at me. He won't even come over here. It's fine. So, I'm sorry. I wish you could see this.
We can hear
we can
it.
hear it.
I know he's just like slowly like stretching himself across the tunnel and just like rocking back and forth to make as much noise as humanly possible.
Kittenly possible.
Sorry, yes, kittenly impossible. I think he went inside. I think he's gonna chill out now. Anyway, money is of no object. It means little to us here at the end of all things.
I'm just imagining this whole conversation going on and things are very intense inside the mission room, but there's also a kitten in the background playing with the Taco Bell bag.
Odin having a kitten with him would endear me more to Odin than it ever should.
This isn't his taco. This isn't the Taco Bell bag. I took that away from him. This is just his Crinkle Tunnel toy.
Excuse me, Crinkle Tunnel toy.
Yes.
If we come back and something about our situation or our engines are different, our rest and relaxation will be the least of your worries.
Is that a threat, operator?
Yeah, it is.
That depends. Do you care enough about my mental state to take it as one?
Ooh, spicy.
I'm starting to think you're questioning my good intentions.
We've been questioning them since we got in here. What was unclear about that?
Yeah, are you just now starting to? Because you might not be good at your job.
I'm not terribly worried about that.
Mm.
Join the club.
I think the more time we spend together, the more you'll come to understand that I'm very good at my job.
Join the club.
Now that I can't think of a single question that you could possibly have left remaining that I haven't answered, so... Your time begins now.
How long do we have shore leave?
You'll be expected back in 24 hours, reporting for duty. Make the most of your time.
Can Tolu dart forward, slap him on the shoulder, and say, "Tag, you're it," and then just grab Grace and run?
Yes.
This is Odin?
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting.
Ooh, why? So exciting.
Interesting.
Oh my god, I'm so curious. Are you gonna have to roll or something?
Yeah.
Roll for tag?
No, I don't think you need to roll anything. I don't think you need to roll anything at all. Polo, you dart forward playfully.
I'm about
I'm
to take
trying
level
to
3
create
harm.
gravity, and I need you to stop. Just for like 5 minutes.
Gravity.
You've been muted.
Don't mean too much
Kiss me
to me.
goodbye.
I used to be able to sing that in my chest voice. Back in my heyday.
I cannot sing that song because I can no longer hit the high notes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Ah! He's like, do we? I
Yeah.
wasn't done.
Air jail.
Dangle jail.
Aw, kittens.
He's gonna do his thing. All right. Tolu, you dart forward playfully to slap Odin on the shoulder. And as you get close, he almost mindlessly, almost effortlessly, his hand darts out and catches yours by the wrist before you get anywhere close to touching him. And the speed of it is impressive. The strength of the grip is a little terrifying. You can feel the way that his hand tightens around your wrist like iron, like it's in danger of snapping it. And he looks at you, meets your gaze with that electric blue eye that sits in his skull. And for just a brief second, you're not standing in the ready room of the Delphi. You're standing on a hill somewhere on a planet. The sky is overcast and gray. Storm clouds rolling overhead. The far-off distant peal of thunder. There are dark shapes circling overhead, birds of some kind. You can hear their calls. And there is a gnarled, bare, dead tree rising up in front of you. As you look up at it, you realize that suspended in its branches, impaled 20 times over, is a man. Long, dank, limp hair hangs in front of his face, a gnarled, tangled beard. He's covered in filth and blood. You see the head raised just enough to look at you, and suddenly, you're not standing in front of the tree looking up at it anymore. You're looking down at the hill. And you feel the searing, burning pain of 20 or more branches ripping through your flesh. He blinks, and in the same moment releases your wrist. And you're back in the ready room.
I think Tolu does that thing of like taking her wrist in her hand, like, ow, my guy, you are bad at tag.
I think
but
Troyan is there very quickly, kind of muscling in between the two of you.
yeah, and I think she's still like watching, like her tone is light, but she's staring at him like, what the fuck was that?
And he definitely does not meet your gaze again. But he says, "You're dismissed, operators."
I think Tolu leaves. I think that's plenty for her. She's out.
I think Troyan will catch Grace's eye
Mm,
and just gesture, follow her,
yeah.
and then look at Cogs. But Troyan's going to stay standing in front of Odin for just a moment. So.
The rest of you are leaving, I assume?
Yes.
And when it's just you left, Mason is standing by the door, but he's not interrupting or anything. Did you need something?
Careful where you point guns. Sometimes they misfire. And then I just stalk out.
All right.
I clap Mason on the shoulder and be like, come on, loaded tots.
And he doesn't respond, but he does follow you.
We're about to get tot drunk.
Tots, tots, tots.
I'm gonna have to order some tots for dinner now.
I know, I'm going to have
Yeah.
to make some tomorrow.
Sucks.
Yeah, they have a loaded tot bar. You can get tequila tots, you can get vodka tots, you can get whiskey tots.
Okay,
Yep.
hear me out. Vodka tots, not terrible.
Well,
So are tequila
are we talking about the
tots.
pasta sauce or the
Oh, no.
liquor?
No,
Okay.
the vodka.
Cool.
Like how we
okay.
used to do gummy bears in vodka
Uh-huh.
in college,
Yeah.
you know, and then
Yeah.
chew them,
Yeah.
and you'd be like, these are actually terrible. This is awful.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Why would
Yeah.
anyone chew vodka? Same
The
idea.
trick is to add sugar.
Oh, well, now I'm gonna have to try it again at my ripe old age of 34.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
I made
We all
some
should.
this summer.
Mm,
Yeah.
Let's all do it. Let's all do it right now.
Let's all do it.
I'll
game
do it
over.
right now.
I mean,
Are any of you doing anything when you get out of
No.
the amphitheater?
I mean, I think Troyan will stay on Tolu's heels, but no, otherwise. No.
Okay. All right. Tolu, what are you doing? Because you just had this weird experience.
I think Tolu is going to head for her quarters. I think she wants to try and draw that tree.
Okay.
So I mean,
Cool.
I guess wherever there's like there are arts and crafts supplies. I don't know if they have a
Yeah,
craft
yeah. I
room.
mean, I don't think there's a craft room, but I do think that like as you're walking, what I'll say is that you pass like you pass somebody's office, and I don't even know if you take stock of whose it is, like the name on the door, but you just sort of see like paper and like a pencil sitting out, which is kind of unusual because most of everything is technology here, but for some reason could be art.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
She'll pop right in there and just start drawing. I think she's pretty focused on the task. So like if someone comes in afterward, I don't think she'd notice immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to say that the three of you, if you're still sort of following behind Tolu and not saying anything, you'd see her duck into this office and you'd see her just like hunched over the desk, scribbling away.
Just keep watch.
Troyan goes in and is watching what she's drawing.
And you see this weird, gnarled, dead-looking tree taking shape. Cogs, what are you doing?
Cogs has also entered the room, has just sort of been orbiting the group, and picks just like a wall facing the desk to sort of slump and sit down in front of, and is writing in their notebook as well.
Okay. Is Tolu a good artist?
Yeah, I want to say no because I think it's funny that she's bad at a lot of things, but I also think it's unrealistic that she's bad at 10 things.
Yeah, I agree.
She's average,
Okay.
middling.
All right.
She's a good enough photographer that I think she can translate some of those skills because
Makes
we all
total
know
sense.
photography and drawing are related.
We do know that, yeah.
Mhm.
We do know that. And I will say that in this particular case, Tolu, as you are sketching, it takes shape exactly the way that it looked in your mind. Like it looks almost photorealistic.
She's very talented.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Troyan sees that take shape, and Cogs, you see that take shape in your writing. And then Grace, you don't see anybody. You get a couple weird looks because you're just kind of like leaned up against the door frame.
Is
But-
Mason in the hallway?
Yeah.
I think I'll catch Grace's attention and be like, "Come in, close the door, Mason. We're fine."
All right.
I think Tolu will finish the drawing and kind of look up and seem almost surprised to see everyone there. Like, whoa, hey, look, we're all friends and Cogs here, right? I
Okay.
just look. I'm sorry, things are a bit weird between you and I don't know what you want me to say, but I guess we're all given in information, so here we go. I had some sort of dream or vision or something.
When
When
he
the-
grabbed you.
Yeah. Do you also have weird dream visions when he grabs you? Is he grabbing you?
He
Okay,
doesn't touch me.
good.
I could eat him.
Fair. But she'll like point down at the notebook or the paper that she's drawing on and be like, does this seem familiar to any of you? Like, I really hope not, but also, does it?
William.
No? You've ever seen
Agree.
this before?
And
With a
Tolu will look
Person
reluctantly at
hanging off of it.
Yeah, and it was weird for a second. It's like I was that person. But then it all went away. I don't know. And Tolu will like look at Cogs reluctantly because of how they're not friends anymore. And be like, is this one of your counting things or
This might be a me thing.
Nothing that comes from you is ever going to be something that I could have counted.
You're an
Aw,
anomaly, kid.
That's deep.
That's
no,
not
you're an anomaly.
a sentimental thing. You're an anomaly.
Oh,
No, it's good. Anomalies are good.
It means something about my timeline is different.
love that for you. Anyway, so giant tree, person on a tree, don't think they loved it. Maybe just keep an eye out for like symbolism or some shit. I don't know.
So, little bit of confession.
Okay.
Once upon a time, I was an operator. Got into a fight. Got stabbed. Experienced ego death. Thing that stabbed me imparted a little vision. We made a deal, spent some time in the abyss, came home.
2,812.
Oh,
Do you have a number for that?
I do. That's just the number of times that it's taken Troyan this long to admit that to everybody.
Hi.
aw.
Y'all remember Alki Troy? Hi, I'm back. Ati gave me a little vision. Very realistic. When I got stabbed by her.
What did you see?
I'm not telling you that.
Secrets don't make friends.
You would throw up.
Oh,
I could tell them.
I'm not gonna make you throw up before Tots.
that's a great time to throw up.
Then you have more room for tots.
I can't fault that logic.
You get to taste them like 3 times too.
Anyway,
I've thrown
I've
up
had
a lot.
little thought
I've done a lot of
throwing
throwing up.
around in my brain. I think Odin's a little more like me than he likes for other people to know.
That is the exact opposite of what I was theorizing.
Oh, I don't think he's a Leviathan.
Okay, no, that's good then. I think he's part god.
I'm sorry, Odin?
Ati isn't exactly a Leviathan either.
This couldn't have waited until after the tots.
I know.
We're going
I
to
think
get tots. We're gonna eat
My
our feet.
brain does not have enough carbs to process this information at the moment.
Can we do
Your brain doesn't have
flashcards or
enough
something?
REM sleep.
Look. Apparently those naps don't count as relaxing anyway, because I still got sent on the stupid R&R mission. So,
Aren't most of your naps stress-induced?
I think so.
Okay.
That's it. They just need
I'm
to give
just-
me more stress. That's what they're trying to do.
Mm,
Why
I'm
is
not stressing you
classic
out with
them.
this knowledge.
A little bit. It's fine. You know, I'm not needed on a mission anyway. Besides, maybe there's a god in charge of the military. Like, that's
It does seem like something worth discussing.
kind of a big
Yeah.
deal.
VD.
Technically, he's
Nothing.
not in charge of the military. He
He
doesn't
is-
have a rank.
He's just
That's
there.
even weirder.
Yep.
Not
and
wrong.
He's
He's
just
been
like
around
weird.
Since me and Chief were young.
Doing what?
Since Chief was
Did he
young?
look the same? He's a vampire.
Chief and I are the same age, Tolu. I know I look great and time dilation in the abyss, but yeah, Chief and I are technically the same age.
So we have to kill him.
I don't think we can.
Not Chief. Odin.
Unclear if the blue-eyed bastard needs to die, but I'm thinking about it.
I
I
don't
think
know.
he'd be tasty.
Don't know if we can.
Feels
Mm.
evil. What do you mean? Don't know if we can? Have we
Yeah,
tried?
right.
It's
He's-
not necessary.
If he's part god, then that means that there's a spark in there somewhere, and sparks come back eventually.
Yeah,
he
but-
did grab my
Well-
wrist really hard. Like,
Yeah, it seemed unnecessary.
right? Okay, that's what I was saying. I was like,
Yeah.
for what? I was
Why are you
just going
touching
chat.
people? Like,
Don't
what
touch
is
people.
what is wrong?
I mean, sure, I started touching him first, but in like a fun way.
okay, yeah, no,
Tolu,
that's
I would
different. You were
grab you if you
clearly.
reached out at me like that.
And
It's,
Tolu like slowly puts a hand out.
I really reach out. I don't grab her as hard as Odin did, but when she even like twitches, hand in the wrist,
God, everyone hates tag here.
it's an ingrained response
That fun.
Yeah.
to violence, Tolu.
Have you never played tag?
Not since I was younger than you.
Okay, so Odin and you don't like playing tag. Got
Hate
it.
I
Tag,
love
I
playing
guess.
tag. I was great at
Surprised me.
tag when I was a child.
Did
And
you
then I
eat
spent several
people?
thousand years in the abyss and I kind of lost all the fun.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to work on that. We're putting it at the top of our list.
Oh my
Please
God,
don't
tag.
touch me without
It's tough.
asking first.
Can
well,
I?
we'd ask you to play with us. Hello.
Yeah.
Like you ask people to play, you know.
Cogs,
most
you-
people
I-
ask.
Don't,
Most people
Cogs,
ask.
don't take this the wrong way. You come across as a creepy little shit. Be less
Okay,
of a
good.
creepy little shit by playing tag.
No.
Wait, are we playing tag on our shore leave?
We're gonna yes. Winner
And I
gets loaded top.
Tolu on the head and I'm out. You're it.
Yeah, Tolu doesn't grab anyone's arm. So it's just like, whoops.
Yeah. Literally just
Tolu
like two
accepts
fingers in the
being
center of
it.
the forehead and I'm out.
Right.
and I'm
Right, right.
I love the idea that Mason is jogging behind you.
That is likely what happens. Yeah, I mean, Mason is just gonna kind of jog after you, but he doesn't seem to have a hard time with it. Doesn't seem to have an issue keeping pace. He's in great shape.
No, I'm not running very fast.
But as you prepare to go on your shore leave, that feels like a good place to take a break.
Oh,
Break
right. I forgot
time.
about those.
Yeah,
In
we
the
got
game.
breaks. We got breaks. People got food to
I
eat.
got food.
People got food.
I got drink to
Um,
make.
So we'll be back in like 10 minutes. Don't go away, Celia. Real soon.
Absolutely not suspicious of this shit at all.
I don't know what you could possibly be suspicious about. I actually think I skipped a bunch.
What do you mean?
I think Lightspeed Rescue
Oh,
was
yeah.
before. Maybe that was after Lost Galaxy.
I don't remember because I was babysitting and it's like a blur of
Yeah.
what was on at any given point that I was fighting with children to please, for the love of God, do your homework and then Power Rangers.
I wish Julia wasn't also streaming right now because she would know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as we get back into our adventure here, we have to make an engagement roll. Normally, the chief rolls that because he is your commander, but chief's not here, so someone's gonna have to do it. First, we have to figure out how many dice we're rolling. You start with 1 for every mission. This
Mhm.
mission, I'm gonna say, is not heroic or noble, but I also don't think it reflects the worst parts of you, so it's just gonna be flat. Is it following through on details from your investigation? I'm also going to say that's flat unless somebody has strong feelings otherwise.
Not really.
Unfortunately, are the protagonists acting rashly or on very little information? Yeah, a little bit. So that's a -1. Does this mission determine the fate of a friend? Not as far as you're aware. Are troubles from the
Threatening.
protagonists' mundane lives getting in the way of this mission? I'm going to say no also. The ambitions tier does not exceed the current tier of the investigation. And are there any other elements that we would want to consider? I could give you a bonus or a negative depending on other factors you might want to present forth. Right now, we have 0 dice. Right now, we'd be rolling and taking the lower of 2d6.
I mean, theoretically, they could look into this tree thing. We've got a picture of it now.
You do. I don't think that's a factor that's going to help you in your engagement roll, though.
Fair.
Because this is like to determine that you're positioning when you start, basically.
Give me an example of like what you're looking for to like give us a plus or a minus. Like give me
Well,
some
that's the
ideas
thing
to
of-
work off here.
That's the thing about it, right? Is it's really whatever you can come off of to convince me. But I could see a case being made that like you're going out into the colony. That's kind of Tolu's territory.
Mm-hmm.
This is where Tolu comes from. Tolu is of the common folk, and therefore could be better suited to like guiding you and showing you the ropes and things like that.
I did tag you it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I did basically just talk myself into giving you a die.
Yes,
So-
you did.
Well, now
Yeah.
you have to.
So
Now
you're at
you gotta
1
do
die.
it.
You're at 1 die for your engagement roll. Anything else anybody wants to throw out there?
I feel great about 1 die.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Roll
it
it.
sounds like maybe Tolu should roll it.
Tolu's it.
Ooh.
Tolu's got to roll.
Yikes, team. All right. Here we go. That's a 3.
Okay. Okay. That's a bad result.
Oh, no.
That's a bad result as we cut to the action. So
Tagged too hard.
I think what that means is we are going to jump right into things, and I think where we are going to join you all is in KO66, is in the Colony Hub ship, where you have taken the short walk through the connecting airlocks that join the Delphi and KO66. KO66 being a Colony Hub ship has the ability to move autonomously, but only very slowly. It's very big, and while it's not as large as the Delphi, it is easily much, much larger than any of the other ships in the Citadel fleet. And yeah, I mean, as you move in here, the Colony Hub is a ship that is built for functionality. Sorry, I'm being bitten, which means we're done with sling time. Put your fucking claws away, bud.
Gotta get claw caps.
Nah.
Soft paws.
No, I like looking like I have a skin disease, so I don't think we're gonna do that actually. As you've taken the short walk, and for the most part, people have been giving you space if they know who you are. For the most part, nobody has really been saying anything. I would ask, are any of you taking measures to conceal your appearances? Normally you're in like these kind of flight suits, uniforms when you're on the Delphi. This is an opportunity for you to wear civvies.
Troyan doesn't own civvies. Troyan is in the flight suit.
That's true. Troyan could have been provided with civvies if you want, but if you want to be in your uniform, that's totally fine.
Just to reiterate, too, Troyan does not look like normal Troyan. Troyan looks human, except
I
for
thought
the
that
eyes.
was just while you were sleeping.
No, Troyan looks
Okay,
very
interesting.
human right now,
Interesting. Okay.
which you guys have not seen before.
Right.
Like, which means she also looks like a supposedly dead woman.
Yeah. From a while ago, though, so it's
Yeah.
probably unlikely that you'd be recognized. Okay, so you're in uniform. Tolu, Cogs, Grice.
Cogs has a tank top and engineer jumpsuit tied around their waist.
Yep.
They are very thin and frail, very lanky, I guess would be the better way to put it.
Grace is wearing what she thinks is fashionable, but it's like not at all. She tries though. So she's like, she grabbed like some like mechanic pants and like it looks like she just went around the Delphi just like stealing people's clothes to like put something together.
Yeah.
From the different departments to like blend in everywhere. You never know when you're gonna need, you know.
You never know.
Yeah. So she's got like a turtleneck and like mechanic pants and like a tool belt with nothing in it and like just like random shit she thinks civilian people wear.
Absolutely. And Tolu.
I'm so sorry that you can only see part of my face right now. My cat has decided she's the star.
She is a star. Let
You're
her
right.
cook.
What am I saying? Tolu is wearing like a full denim jumpsuit, like denim pants, denim vest, denim jacket.
Mister.
It's very conspicuous. That's it.
All right. Fantastic. And like I said, you walk in, people are, for the most part, giving you a wide berth, though not in a way where it seems like they recognize you, just in a way where like one of you at least is in uniform, and they recognize the uniform of an operator, even if they don't recognize the operator specifically. Yeah. Mason is with you as well, and I think
What is Mason wearing?
Mason's in uniform, but Mason's uniform isn't the uniform of an operator. Mason is wearing like a military personnel uniform.
Yeah.
Um,
I forgot to ask, what rank is Mason?
Mason, I don't remember if this has come up before. But
I don't
if
think
you've
it has because I didn't
if
write
you've
it down.
asked Mason, he would have told you that he is a specialist.
Special. Thank you.
And yeah, he is along for the ride. KO66 is very much a functional place, a very functional ship. Normally, it serves such a specific function that it is very Spartan and it is very sparse. But with the way that things have been in the fleet for, as long as you've all been alive, longer than you've been alive, it has become a lot more habitated. It has become a lot more personalized. A lot of the remaining hopes and dreams of humanity rest on KO66. If it were to be destroyed, since it is the primary supplier of like food and clean water for the entire Citadel fleet, if something were to happen to it, no one knows if the Delphi or the fleet would be able to support itself. So it is one of the most critical objects. But as a result of that, you can see as you are moving through it that various sections of the ship have been cordoned off into like a lounge with like pulsing lights and music that is somewhat muffled by a sound barrier that flickers as each low note tones from inside of it. So you pass that sort of dance lounge, you pass another place that's clearly more of another nook that's clearly more of like a social bar kind of environment. You see people enjoying drinks, alcoholic beverages, but the environment is a lot more calm. The environment is a lot more laid back. People are just sort of sitting at these tables talking to each other. It seems to be divided up largely by what kind of an environmental experience you want to enjoy, because the same like food and drink options are available pretty much ubiquitously throughout KO66, which is to say a little bit of anything you could want. And yeah, a lot of the once bare metal walls, bare plastic walls of the ship have been painted over. There is art, murals. People have created these beautiful artistic homages to the planets where they came from, to the homes that they once knew, which are now long gone, devoured by the Leviathans. And there's music, and there's life, and there's people.
Oh,
Well,
first,
no, go, Tolu. Go.
first things first, gotta try and get that tag back.
True. That's true. Yeah, that is a thing.
You gonna tag me it?
Does this game involve tag backs? Is that allowed? Oh, finally.
That's a great question. Finally, we're asking the real questions of this campaign.
Let's fucking go. But
Shit. Okay.
you're my rival.
We're
so
rivals,
let's
it's
fucking
true,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is this
All
a
right, yeah.
freeze tag situation or
No.
Okay, not a
No.
freeze tag. All right.
Not a
Okay,
freeze
cool.
tag.
Okay.
Okay, so I think Tolu's
But
going
it
to
is
attempt
a
to tag.
tag, and you have to wait 20 seconds before you can go.
Okay.
I was just going to ask.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, it's been more than 20 seconds since you tagged
Mhm.
Troyan, or since Troyan tagged you.
So I'm going to attempt for the tag back.
Okay. All right. I mean, technically, yeah, we're in
Got
the
a little
mission
PvP
phase.
going on.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
fucking
Technically,
go.
we're in the mission phase, so this is valid. Tolu, what do you want to roll for this?
We are going to roll. I feel like this is going to be another. Oh, actually, maybe it's flow. How does flow feel?
Flow feels good to me. I like flow.
Right.
And then because of what this is, Troyan, you are going to be resisting since Tolu is the quote unquote aggressor in this. So you're going to roll one of your attributes.
If I.
So you're going to be rolling an attribute, not an action.
Mm.
So whichever one of your categories has the most level 1 dots. I mean, it doesn't have to be the one that has the most, but it's whichever one you want to roll.
Sun.
Yeah, sun makes sense. Also, sun's pretty much the physical stuff. So,
Just
Tolu,
one
you're
die.
gonna roll Defy, and then Troyan, you're gonna roll Sun.
I'm gonna roll Flow, right?
Sorry,
I guess
Flow.
it
Flow,
doesn't matter.
yes.
And then-
I have 0 for both.
Okay, you're gonna roll Flow, and then Troyan's gonna roll Sun.
Okay, rolling.
And it's just one die for me. I
How
guess.
many do you have in that
I have
first column?
2 level 1 dots.
In Sun?
Mhm.
Then you roll 2 dice.
Wait, are we talking in the action column or are we talking in the other one?
The first column, the first vertical column under Sun.
2.
Yeah, so you're rolling 2 dice.
Shit.
I got a 3.
Okay,
I got a 6 and a 4.
a 6 and a 4?
This
Okay,
tag was
well-
not efficient.
Yeah, Tolu is not going to be able to tag you. Troyan, you can tell all of us what that looks like.
I feel like Tolu needs to tell me how you're gonna tag me back.
Right.
think
After
given-
we've gotten through the airlocks and I'm like, okay, it's on. Like, how do you try and get me?
Yeah, Tolu will sidle up to Troyan and yawn and say, tag.
And what happens is I catch you by the elbow and I spin you around and pull your elbow up behind your back. Not to
Tolu
hurt you.
says, dang it.
Yeah.
All right, next time.
Next time,
time.
you're still it, and I shove you forward.
I don't think I want to play tag anymore.
I didn't hurt her.
This is the
What-
most aggressive game of tag
Yeah,
I've ever
but like
played.
you're supposed to allow yourself to be tagged. Like
Thank you.
it's no
Did
fun.
we change the rules of tag and however
You were
long I've
gone
been
for
dead?
a long time, apparently.
You can't just wrist grab your way out of being tagged.
There are rules.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's okay. You're learning. Like I
Thank
said,
you.
This is a project.
This is team bonding or some shit.
Yay.
It's team bonding or some shit.
See, Oda never got this.
It's true. Where are you going when you're not playing tag?
Where are
You
we?
looking for food? You looking for a drink?
Top bar.
Top bar. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Potty
Absolutely.
bar.
You can find the top bar.
All you can eat.
God, I want
Yeah.
dots.
Yeah. There is. I mean, this is a post-currency environment. So yeah, you can absolutely have all of the replicated tots that you could possibly ever desire. And I think the tot environment is feels very calming and very soothing. I want to say that it maybe has like a little bit of a like kind of like a jungle theme, like the Rainforest Cafe. If it wasn't,
I was
all
gonna
fake.
say, like the
Your
Rainforest
fucking
Cafe.
Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah, a little bit of that. I like that.
Love it.
It's all artificial, but it feels very official, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
it comes with some ambiance as well. And you can help yourself to all of the tots and fixins that you could
Yes.
that you could want.
Yeah, this place has not changed.
I mean, that's good, right?
Oh, that's my handprint and ketchup.
How did you get up there?
Do you ever watch like old films where like cheerleaders for sporting events? Like I had a boost.
Oh,
You know, some of the guys launched me.
into the ceiling. This is why you
Yeah.
play tag so aggressively.
Makes sense.
You
Trauma.
gotta remember, we were like fighter pilots before we were operators. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. These are
All
the
right.
best tots I've ever had.
These are wonderful.
It's
They
great
I
are.
haven't
shots.
eaten real food in a minute.
They do taste significantly better than the ones you have ready access to on the Delphi. I will say that whatever the secret of this place is, they're still replicated, but they are better
Fair.
for sure.
They're just-
Someone's got 100-year-old animal grease that they're frying them in.
Ugh. Above the table, I really want some tots, you
I
guys.
really want some fucking tots now.
You all do this to
Yeah.
yourselves.
You did. I'm gonna just really quickly check my DoorDash app and see
Yeah.
who has tots
I
at 8
think that
p.m.
you should. I think you absolutely should. You're enjoying a meal. Troyan, you might notice that Mason is not eating.
Is he sitting at our table?
Also, yes, if only to not attract attention from the fact that he's like standing at attention. Yes, he is sitting at the table.
I'll look at Grace and I'll look down at her tots and then I'll look at Mason, like hoping she gets like, we're trying to make this man relax.
You respond, Grace? Do you pick up on this?
I think
Tag him.
You're it.
Grace tosses a tot.
At him or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you throw a tot at him. It hits him. I think he actually maybe looks a little distracted. But he like kind of shakes his head and says, sorry. Did I miss something or?
You're not eating.
You not like tots?
Well, I'm on. He looks around the table at all of your reactions, and I guess
This guy doesn't like tots.
I guess it couldn't hurt.
He did
No.
say all of us needed rest and relaxing. And
Yeah,
you were
you're
in the
dealing
room.
with her, which is like no offense, but like she plays tag. Soup's aggressive.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
I'm actually real nice to him. You should have seen his predecessors.
They also hate tots.
I don't think that I was included in the shore leave part of the assignment, but I don't
Are
think
you
it
in
would
the
hurt.
mission room?
Technically,
Okay, are you or are you not here with us?
well, I'm not part of your wing.
But you kind of
Well, that's
are.
weird,
Also,
Well,
because
you
you're here.
haven't stated why you can't eat the tots and be on duty.
Okay, all right. I'll get some of the tots. I'll get
Eh.
tots.
There it is.
Tots.
These
There.
are honestly the
Tot,
best
tot.
tots I've ever had. You can't miss out on these while we're
Okay.
here.
All right, I'll go and I'll get tot. He stands up and goes to the tot bar.
To the toddy bar.
I need to know what he puts on
2112.
his tots.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do need to know what Mason puts on his tots.
Yeah, you can.
I'm
find out
writing
when you
this
get
shit
back.
down. Okay. I will once he stands up and leaves. I do like him. He's funny.
We love funny.
And he
Yeah.
doesn't pee his pants every time I smile.
Oh, also good.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of peeing.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
I made one cry. I made another one pee themselves a few times. I
few
threatened to eat a
times.
few of them. I think he's like escort number 12.
1,302.
Do we get to keep this one?
I would love to keep Mason. Mason's delightful.
Does he want to play tag?
I think I'll cut
No,
up my
he ain't gonna play
vegetables.
tag. I
And
know.
I think it is at that moment that you hear the sound. China breaking.
There
no,
fucking
Mason.
is. Oh,
Mason had one job.
You look
Mason,
over.
don't break the china.
You look over and you see Mason
Oh
heading
no.
back to the table, but there's a broken plate at his feet of tots and food just falling all over, and he's hunched over,
shit. This was option 5.
and he is kind of like tugging at his sleeve. He looks unwell.
Oh no.
What else are you
Mace,
doing?
you okay, buddy?
I would
Troyan's up
immediately.
and is next to him and ripping his sleeve up.
Yeah, you rip that sleeve up. Grace, you are moving over there as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna start cleaning up the tots.
Okay, so you're over there and you're cleaning up the tots, which means that you are present with a great view as Troyan pulls back the sleeve on Mason's uniform. And you see a spot on his arm with black veins spreading out from it.
Grab him by the chin. Did you agree to this?
And he looks feverish. He's looking sweaty. He's looking out of it for sure. His eyes aren't quite focused on anything. You can see as he's blinking and like trying to pick out anything to like focus on. You repeat the question and he focuses on you and says, I said it was a vaccine.
Troyan, is that
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
the same stuff you?
Yep.
Who gave
They've
you
been
the
drawing my blood
vaccine?
since I got here.
Did they give you a vaccine?
No, they've been drawing my blood since I got here.
They gave him your blood.
I gave him something. Either mine or the thing we just brought back.
Why would they give that to you?
You gotta get away from me.
No, I don't.
Yeah, we just decided we're all friends.
Yeah, we wanted to keep you.
Tolu,
We were asking you those questions because you're on this
Tolu.
squad.
is there a quiet spot on this ship?
For sure, we can go to this bar that no one ever frequents.
I love
Quieter.
this.
Let's go to the dumpster.
And
Go.
you can try to pull him away, but as you do, he resists and he says, I said, get away from me. And he looks up at you, and you can see that the black veins have spread rapidly through his body. They're closing in on the sides of his face. As you can see all of the veins standing out against his skin, like tendons straining against it. You can see this wild look in his eyes. You can see his teeth are sharper. The fingernails have already turned black and gotten sharper as well. And he is going to, I think, just straight up lash out at you, Troyan.
Yeah. Hi, Raiders.
Hello, Raiders.
Hi,
Hi.
Raiders. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the channel soap.
So, you're facing consequences. It's up to
Yeah.
you if you want to resist them or not, or just take
Oh,
them.
I'm resisting. I'm resisting.
Great. Then I think in this case, what you are going to be doing is rolling an attribute, which this is going to be violence and fear, which means I need you to roll sun again. So you're going to roll 2 dice.
Been rolling okay so far. Let's find out. Holy shit. Is this a take the highest situation or take the lowest situation?
It's a take the highest because you have dots.
I rolled a 6 and a 1, so I'm real
You roll a
glad to
6
hear
and
that.
a 1. All right. You'd suffer 6 stress minus the result of your resistance roll, which means you are taking no stress.
Okay, good, because I cannot eclipse right now.
So Mason slashes out at you. Mason grabs for you with those sharp-tipped black claws that have replaced his fingernails. But he's not like moving particularly fast. What did you just eat? He's not moving particularly quickly. He is just fully fucking ate fabric or something in front of me. He's not up to full capacity. It's clear to you. He's still a little unsteady on his feet. He stumbles as he swipes at you. What do you do to not get hurt?
I deflect the swipe, and I've not let go of his face,
Mhm.
and I just pull him closer, and I'm like, you may have failed operator training, you're not failing this. Get your shit together, Mason. And I'm literally like an inch from his face.
Okay. All right. I like that a lot. You are gonna have to make a roll. You're just trying to hold on to him, basically.
Yeah, I want to try and either hold on to him or phrasing of how I'm about to say this.
Okay.
Suck the goo out.
Suck that goo out.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
sucking goo out here.
Get the goo out of that man by any
Suck
means
that man
necessary.
goo.
I mean, we all
Um,
saw the first Venom movie with like.
We did. All right. I am gonna say that this is a desperate position.
Okay.
So you get to mark a dot in the attribute of the action that you're going to roll when you decide what action you're going to roll. I will say that it's standard effect though, but it is a desperate position.
I think this is a defy.
Okay. I like defy. I think that makes sense, which is sun.
Yeah.
Okay, so mark a
Hold
dot
on.
in sun.
I gotta reload because I did not reload after you got
Oh,
more
okay, gotcha.
storage. So okay, now I can edit things.
Fucking Google.
All right, so I'm rolling 2 die.
You're rolling 2 die because you have 2 in defy, and you're going to
Yeah.
mark the box for sun.
Okay.
Because anytime you roll a desperate action, you get to mark the
Okay.
box in that attribute.
I set up and I marked the wrong. So I would roll 1 die and then mark a box in sun.
Yes.
Okay. Oh God, I've rolled so many 6s tonight, and I'm so scared that I'm gonna fail now. I rolled another dice off my desk. Rolled a 4, Will.
You rolled a 4. Okay. All right.
If the dice on the floor is higher, can I have that one?
I mean, look for it if you can find it.
Oh shit.
I
where'd it
mean,
go?
4 is mixed. So it's
Okay.
not a failure, but
Oh no. We're not taking the floor dice.
okay. All right. So yeah, 4 is mixed. It's not a failure. It's also
Okay.
not a straight up success.
Okay, that's fine.
So yeah, what that means basically, because it was desperate.
Yeah.
Because it was desperate, I think he is going to come at you again. Basically, so you're holding on to him, you're telling him to get his shit together. You are trying to get through to him with your words,
Mhm.
and for a split second, I think you see like his eyes kind of clear.
Mhm.
Even as his features are growing like more and more feral and more monstrous. And that strikes you as concerning because it already seems like he is past the point where you are on a regular basis. It
Yeah.
already seems like he is getting more feral, for lack of a better
Yeah.
term. And you see that, and for a split second, his eyes are clear as he looks at you and he says, "Run,
No.
please."
No.
And
And
we
then,
can't
yeah.
help, right?
No, I mean, you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want in this moment. We're kind of like jumping around in the spotlight before that happens, and then I'll go around and anybody who wants to do anything can jump in and do whatever they want. He says, "Run, please." You say no, and then he is going to like snarl at you and try to bite your shoulder, because you're in close proximity to him. And I think that's going to be another. If you want to resist the consequence, that's going to be another resist roll.
Is he biting you?
He's biting you.
No,
Mr.
Frodo biting
Frodo.
you.
Oh, he's trying to.
Opinions.
He's a baby.
You're on camera.
He's just a baby.
You're mic'd.
Oh, look at that boy.
Baby lift.
Okay. So am I rolling something or is he just attacking me?
He's attacking, which means you need to
Mhm.
resist the consequence. And I think I have to let you know, I think this is going to be level 2 harm that you are resisting. So you can
And
take
I'm
it.
not healed from that fight yet either.
Right. So you can take it, you can try to resist the consequence, or you could potentially use your armor. But your armor is only available to you when you transcend, which, while we're on the topic, I will remind everybody that you can transcend when you are not in your engine. One of the reasons why when we described you transcending, we also described what happens to you physically in the cockpit is because you can still do that when you're not in your engine. And you can be like stronger, faster. It's up to you what that looks like, what happens. Very theater of the mind. It's not going to change the roles, but it will give you things like your, it'll give you access to your transcendent dots. It'll give you access to your transcendent abilities, and it'll give you access to armor, which you can spend to resist harm.
I am going to transcend.
Okay. And then I would just ask you to remind all of us, since it's been a while, what that
Been a
looks
while.
like for Troy.
And I've only transcended in the mech.
Mhm.
So all of the humanity that Troyan's been walking around with for the last couple hours with you guys is gone. The veins, the black veins, much like what you see on Mason, are back. They're pulsing up her neck and shoulder from under her shirt. Black streaks bleed down her hair, but this time they kind of keep going, and like there just becomes like this oil shimmer sheen on her skin. And I think she'll look at the three of you and go, "Clear the room." And she's still gripping onto Mason. And when he goes to bite her, I don't think she stops the bite. I think she sucker punches him so he
Okay.
can't get the bite.
So does that mean that you want to spend your armor?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So you don't have to roll to resist, but you are going to mark your armor box on your character
Mhm.
sheet, and that is done. Yes. Okay. Cool. So. Okay, so it's going to reduce it by 1 level. You can still roll to resist harm on top of that if you want to. So it's level 2
Yeah.
harm. The armor's going to bring it down to level 1. You can either take level 1 harm or you can try to resist it again. Just keep in mind that resisting gives you stress. Potentially. Unless you roll another 6.
I'm going to take it.
All right. Yeah, level 1 harm. Did you already have... Okay, you already had nibbled. So I think in this case... Yeah, Mason Bite, but it's going to go in the second 1 box, not the 2 box.
Oh, I got you.
Because it's level 1 harm. So all of your level 1 harm is taken now.
Mhm.
Very cool. So you all are watching this happen. You all are watching Mason freak out and get stronger and the same black veins. And then you see Troyan transcend and more of the black veins appear, that sort of oil slick. Mason bites Troyan, but it doesn't look like it penetrates all the way.
Mhm.
What would any of you like to do?
Think Tolu's gonna try and help restrain him.
Okay.
Mason?
Yeah, I dig that. What action do you want to be for that?
Would that I could use empathize.
I mean, you could try to talk to him, but
Yeah, that is what she's best at, in theory.
Okay.
So
I
yeah,
grab him and then you talk to him.
there we go.
that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I love this plan. Let's fucking go.
So Tolu will get in his face and be like, "Hey, buddy, I know the power of the tots is overwhelming, but we really need to bring it way down. Let's all calm down. All right, you're fine. You're safe. You're not going to hurt anyone here. We won't let you. So I need you to just chill.
Okay. I would, let's have you roll 1 die for empathize.
All right, 1 die. This is your
Come on,
chance.
Iz.
This is your chance. Cocked. Ooh, a 5. That's not a failure.
It's not a failure. It's a mixed success. So that's
I
very
will
good.
take it. I will take it.
Yeah,
Not a 1
yeah.
or a 3.
I think he stops fighting for a second, and he looks around at all of you. Your words get through to him, Tolu, and he looks around at all of you, and he has this like pleading expression on his face when he says, "You gotta kill me.
Bro,
You
don't be
have to.
dramatic.
No, you have to. You don't understand. You don't know what this feels like. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna be able to stop. I'm gonna hurt people."
There's a way.
Also, we're super strong, so not concerned.
There's a way, Mason.
Can't take that risk.
Uh-oh.
I think he's gonna try to get free enough to. I think he's gonna try to get free enough to hurt himself, to try to take himself out. Grace, I know you said that you were gonna try to restrain him, so I think this is gonna come down to you letting me know what action you want to use to hold his arm.
I would like to. Can I argue empathize?
I'm open to hearing your argument.
Well, I'm empathizing with him, so I'm not gonna kill him right now.
Are you though? Also, you have no dots in it. Or no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong.
I have one.
That's
You have
me.
1 die.
I have
Sorry.
one.
Technically, I was looking at JT's sheet for that one. Yeah, you do have empathize. But goodness, it sure doesn't feel like you're empathizing.
Okay. Plan B.
Yeah.
What if I transcend
Uh-huh.
and then use analyze?
Yeah,
Because I can
think that's-
analyze
yeah.
with every move or whatever.
I think that's super fair. I think you can
Okay.
absolutely transcend. Can you tell us what it looks like? What happens in the cockpit when Grace transcends? What we normally don't see have an effect.
So I think honestly, because of Grace's situation, she doesn't change too much physically because there's like a duality happening there.
Mm.
And but she grows a little sprout on her head. Just like a little like carrot
little
sprout.
carrot
Like
sprout?
Yeah.
on her head. So
love
it's like very non-dramatic, like very
Yeah.
anticlimactic, like nothing. Like she goes
Right.
through a whole magical girl transformation for
Right.
nothing.
Giant tiger mech,
Yeah,
tiny carrot stalk.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then that's what happens.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, absolutely. But you can feel the strength
Yeah,
going through you. You feel
I
stronger.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel
I
stronger.
like Super Saiyan.
Right. So go ahead and roll.
Start yelling.
Roll analyze. Roll 1 die.
Roll 1. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
All right. That is unfortunately a failure. You can push yourself to get a bonus die.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. All right. So take 2 stress. Mark 2 stress on your character sheet, and then you can roll another die.
I got a 6.
Hell yeah. All right. So that is a full success. So he's straining against you. He's trying to get his arm free to do something to himself. It looks like he's going to try to maybe claw his own throat out. Heads up for body horror, by the way. Content warning.
BT dubs.
Yeah, BT dubs. Grace, you are able to hold that in place once you've transcended, once you feel stronger than you normally would. Cogs, what are you doing with all this?
That's just such an excellent question, William. I have 2 ideas. One of them is way more awful and terrible than the other one.
Okay.
And I don't think anyone else is gonna like it very much.
Okay.
The other one is normal and regular. I see someone
Boring.
shaking their head no. Okay, so I have a question for you, William.
Whatever decision you make.
Mhm.
Does Cogs know how this ends?
Does Cogs know how this ends? I mean, what a question. That sounds like an action.
Yeah, no, I'm more than willing to spend an action to tee this up if I need
Yeah,
to.
I think you're gonna have to roll for that for sure. What do you want to roll? You could transcend and roll analyze also.
I was thinking about doing that.
Do it, twins.
Do it. Let's
But
fucking go.
I'm also torn because I don't know if Cogs can transcend right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can transcend. You can
No,
transcend.
I know mechanically I could. I'm talking narratively. I don't know if
Wow.
Cogs.
I mean, Antivorta is back up and running.
Then I will transcend and use analyze for this.
What does that look like?
So when Cogs transcends out of mech, not much about them changes. They get a little blurrier. They begin to sort of almost vibrate a little too much. It is reminiscent of the same sort of ghost motions that Antivorta gets. But from Cogs's point of view, there are... It's like the memes of the equations sort of floating out. Or if you've ever seen... what's the show? Alpha is the character that has the power to predict trajectories and all that sort of thing.
Power Rangers. Yeah.
Sure. As we've established, that is lore that is beyond me.
There's a character named Alpha. It's fine.
Okay. But they sort of get this greater sense for how a certain action will impact the future.
Okay.
And I will roll to analyze as they attempt to remember. That is a 5 is the higher number.
5 is mixed.
Yes, it is.
5 is mixed. So here's what I'm going to say. All of the timelines that you have been through where this happens, it is split right down the middle. It is split right down the middle. I'm going to say this because it's mixed. In half of the timelines that you've lived through where this has happened, you have managed to restrain Mason. In all of those timelines, Chief was with you.
Okay.
The other ones, the other timelines, you either put Mason out of his misery, or you went on a rampage through KO66, killing innocent people.
Okay. Are flashbacks their own separate action? Or is that something I can roll into this one?
I am I'm inclined to say that you can roll a flashback into this.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's fair because you have not done.
This is part of my teeing up for the more terrible unhinged action.
Okay, cool. I love that.
So I will take my resident stress for that. I take one less than normal for it.
Now, you tell me what you want to do, and I tell you how much it costs.
It is simply that in preparation for this event, Cogs has brought a knife. Like a combat knife.
Okay. All right. Knife in and of itself is not that much. But if you want to say a knife and from like past timelines that you've lived through, basically the killing spot of an infected person like this, I'll give you that. But I think I am going to say that's a 3 stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will take 2 stress because of my time travel ability.
Right. Okay. And that, I will say that is, you already made a roll to analyze, and I'll roll that into it. So you have a knife on you. You know the exact spot to take Mason out if you need to, because you've lived through this so many times. You know that in this state he's kind of a berserker. He's kind of an unstoppable force. He is nearly unkillable, but if you catch it early enough and you take the heart, that'll do the trick.
I think Cogs will have sort of positioned themselves out of the way of the group enough to pull this out, and that is the sort of action I will tee up for.
All right. Very cool. You can already see the consciousness and the calmness that Mason was displaying starting to fade. You can see that as you hold him in place, Grace, he is growing more and more berserk. Tolu, your words are meaning less and less to him. Troyan, he is thrashing and snapping and clawing to get to you.
He's coming after me.
I mean, he's trying to. Right now, he is still...
Specifically, he is focused on me.
Yeah, whether that is a specific interest in you or you are what's right in front of him, hard to say.
Okay, because that would change what I...
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, that is exactly that. Because apparently JT and I had the same terrible idea. Oh, I hate that I'm about to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna punch through his ribcage and pull his heart out.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
you are. Hell yeah, you are.
I think you're just gonna see Troyan assess the situation, and just all the humanity leaves Troyan's eyes. And she's gonna try and punch through his ribcage and take his heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that a lot.
I hate this. I hate
Yeah,
it.
I know. I bet you do. And then I do need you to still roll, I think.
Yeah.
Which in this case, you got a few options that make sense.
Flow?
Defy would make sense. Flow, I could see flow working. You can also spend stress to give yourself a bonus die, and I will say that since Cogs spent that flashback to tee this up, Cogs, I'll give you a bonus die that you can pass on to Troyan if you want, or hold on to for yourself. It's up to you.
Yeah, if Troyan catches Cogs's eye, they would definitely be like, you need to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So
you've got one.
I'm gonna
that's
push
at least
myself.
one. Yeah.
And I'm gonna get Cogs's bonus, so that's 3 dice.
That's 3 dice currently, yes.
And I'm looking for the highest.
Yep.
My heart is pounding. What the fuck, y'all? I rolled a 6, a 1, and a 2.
Well, that's all you needed. So yeah, Troyan, you're face to face with Mason. You see his features changing. You see him growing more and more bestial. You see there's a moment of eye contact where I think we focus in on your eyes and on Mason's eyes. The brown color with the white outside slowly being taken over by that encroaching darkness, that encroaching inky blackness that fills Troyan's eyes. And then there is a sound, an unpleasant sound. And the darkness starts to retreat. Even as the light leaves Mason's eyes. There's a lot of complicated emotions that play across his face in those final moments. Regret. Apologies. Gratitude. He can't make any sound, but you still, even as blood starts to pour out of his mouth, you still see his lips form the words. Thank you. Before he slumps forward, all of his body weight supported on the arm that Troyan shoved through his chest.
I'm gonna pull the heart free. And I'm gonna look at the other 3. This was a threat to me. And I'm gonna make them pay. But until then, we play the part. Everybody is upset. Everybody is sad. Everybody is traumatized. And I'm gonna do exactly what they expect of me. And I'm gonna take a bite of the heart.
There's kind of this tableau. Tolu, you crouched down where you were trying to talk him down, and Grace, where you were hanging onto his arm, trying to restrain the side of his body that Troyan wasn't holding on to, and Cogs, you're standing by with the knife. Troyan takes a bite of the heart, this black blood welling up around her teeth and around her mouth, dripping down onto the floor. You hear emotions. You hear the sound of pounding, booted feet as military security forces converge on your location, weapons drawn, rifles pointed at you, surrounding you. Many voices screaming at all of you not to move. I think that's where we're going to end this episode of God Complex.
I think is that they tell me not to move, I take another bite.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Tolu, I think you're... sorry, Izzy, I think you're muted.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy. Well, what a time we've had here tonight.
I feel
What
like
a
Grace is
time.
gonna need a stress nap.
Yeah, you guys might need some, like, short leave or something. Little R&R.
Yeah, we might need some R&R.
Well, R&R.
No, genuinely,
R&R.
I wrote this down in my notebook of what are they going to do to us? And like the 4 options I gave you earlier were actual options. And I didn't want to say the one I thought was going to happen.
I was a
I
little
wrote it down.
proud. I was a little proud. You were listing them, and I was like, it's not on there.
Yeah, no, it's because I
there.
wrote it down and I didn't want it to be true.
Well, here it is. Yep. Yeah, well, we did it, everybody. We played God Complex to great success and great effect. We'll do Fallout next time, I think, because it's late. But another successful mission. And I think we'll go around and do outros and save JT for last once again, so that JT can talk about channel stuff. But I'll go first again. Hi, hello, my name is Will. I've been your storyteller this evening. I run this game, and I'm going to be running something else starting very soon on the channel. I'm going to be running The Fall of the Ashen Throne, which is a 5e political intrigue game, kind of in the vein of Game of Thrones. It's about the fall of a dynasty, and it's about the fall of the dynasty and the bodyguards, the knights who failed to protect the king, and what do they do after that? So it's going to be very cool. It's going to be very fun. I'm doing a lot of world building for it, and you should check it out. When I'm not doing that, I can mostly be found over at Live from the Apocalypse, which is a not-for-profit TTRPG charity studio where we do a bunch of shows and make a bunch of things. Things are a little quiet at the moment, to be honest with you. But I think we will be back in full swing after Halloween. Right now, a lot of things are on pause. But check that out if you want to. You can find me all over the internet at a Will M Scream. That's it for me. So, Cass?
Discussing with Julia. Hold on. Hi, I'm Cass, aka Yoda or Yoda Almighty. No longer technically a cannibal, actually a cannibal now.
Actual cannibal Troy and Mott.
Actual cannibal Troy and Mott. Yeah. It's fine. I'm processing this. Like, yeah. Anyway, this was wonderful. I had a great time, even with the heart eating of my babysitter / bestie. Yeah, he's gone. I'm gonna get a new babysitter, not gonna be nearly as cool as Mason, which is why they took him from me. Anyway, Will, I'm gonna eat Odin now.
All right. Okay.
I think it's Iz.
Yeah, that's Iz. Yeah.
Iz is next. Yeah, that's me.
That's me.
It's you.
Hello, I'm Izzy. I've been Tolu Ajaka, the unlikely hero tonight. Did a lot of talking, did some mild empathizing, did a little bit of bad rolling and a little bit of good rolling. You can find me Wednesdays on your podcatcher of choice, Pod Against the Machine. It's a Pathfinder 1E adventure path through the Iron Gods adventure path. And there's dragons, there's robots, there's a chainsaw. That's mine. It's really fun. And then also here on alternating Thursdays. So come on, guys. Come on. Okay, that's me.
Come on. And since Logan's not here, Logan is in San Francisco. Remember, if you're in San Francisco, try to find Logan and tell him to give you his God Complex intro / outro. Also, hang out with Izzy in Oakland. And Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. This will be fine and not cause any problems for Grace whatsoever. This is gonna be a good time. You can find me doing other chaotic weirdo things in many places. I don't know which ones I'm allowed to talk about. But right now, there's like a Halloween thing I'm doing at 12-Sided Story. You could go do that. And then there's the Voices in the Woods thing that you should listen to. Like, you should go do that. And of course, as always, if you haven't seen Itaewon by Night yet, you should go do that. So I guess there you go. I do stuff in places. Okay.
That just leaves JT to finish us out.
Hi, I'm JT. You can find me all over the internet at WeebG. I'm also at Entropy Emporium because this is technically my channel. I would personally argue differently. We got a lot of really cool GMs and a lot of really cool stories going around on here that you should check out. But first, you can find me every other Wednesday, including this coming Wednesday, on High Shelf Collective running Beacons of Farlight. We are in our third and final arc for this particular story, but there will be more. I'm told they are allowing me to do more, so I will be doing more. However, we have a lot of really cool stuff on Entropy Emporium you could check out. First things first, we have They Call Us Villains on alternating Tuesdays. It is our Masks horror actual play that is run by JD from over on LFTA. It is very cool. They are very feral about it. Every other Thursday, you can find us here playing God Complex. You just saw it. You know what it's about. Every other Friday, including tomorrow, you can catch The Weird Wild War, a 5e homebrew actual play. That is run by me. And then every other Saturday, not including this Saturday, you can find Blooming in the Rot. It is our Invisible Sun actual play, run by Kian. That's also been a lot of fun. We have two really cool upcoming shows that I can talk about, I think. Will, if you're comfortable with me mentioning the other one. The first is we're having a 6-episode special run of a game called Fall of the Ashen Throne. It is a D&D 5e game run by Will over here. It is very exciting, and it seems very cool. And then the other one, which I don't think will be ready until January, timeline-wise if discussed, but we are having a shonen actual play based on the Dawn RPG called Star Shard, which we are getting ready to do the session 0 for, and then it's really cool, guys. Let me just hype it up a little bit. Maybe one of the most like theatrical APs I've ever been a part of. I'm very excited for it. The cast is amazing, and I am so stoked. So check that out when it is available. It is going to be soon. That is all for Entropy Emporium at the moment. I don't know if raid. We have a couple raid targets options, it looks like. Huh. Can't find that second one you posted, Cass, but
I spelled it right. I had to go
oh,
look.
you sure did spell it right. Hold on. Yeah, we'll go ahead and raid over to Crits and Giggles TTRPG.
They're playing
Here
All
once
Hail
we
the
go
Queen.
out. So go ahead and stick around to show them some love. And we will catch you the next time we're around. Have a wonderful
Bye.
evening.
Bye, guys.
Bye.